Now, before we use our new file system, we will need to discuss how to mount file systems. To use a file system, we will need to have it mounted, which is a way of saying that the disk is brought in to be used with the operating system. When we mount a file system, we need to have a directory mapped to it since we save our files in directories. Let's take a look at how this is done. First, we will create a new directory to mount our file system to. Now, we need to map this directory to our /dev/sdb1 device. To do this, we run the mount command. Then we need to tell it what type of file system we have. Next, we will need to tell the mount command what device we are mounting. Finally, we need to tell the system what directory this device will be mounted to. We will use our new test directory. Then press Enter. Now, we should have our new disk with a brand new clean file system mounted to our new directory. Let's run an ls on it. Notice the lost plus found directory? This directory is created on each file system automatically. The purpose of this directory is to be the storage location for any files that are recovered by the file system check utility after it has been used on a damaged file system. This feature is a nice safety measure to rescue files that may otherwise have been lost. Let's copy our etc host file to the new directory. We can view a list of our currently mounted file systems with the mount command. And here we can see that our /dev/sdb1 device is mounted to our new directory. To take a file system offline, say in the event that we need to run a file system check on it, we use the umount command. We can unmount our new test directory with the umount command, then the name of the directory. And our new file system is unmounted. We can verify this with the mount command. And we no longer see our /dev/sdb1 device. However, the test directory still exists. Remember, we only mounted our new file system to the test directory. Let's copy a file over to the test directory. And we see that our file is in the test directory. Watch what happens when we mount our new file system back to the test directory. The file that we just copied is no longer visible, but our lost and found directory, along with a copy of our host file, is there. The other files still exist, but the file system has been mounted over the /test directory. In order for the new file system to be brought up automatically when the system boots, we will need to add an entry for it into our file system table file, located at etc fs tab. As you can see at the top of the file, there is a list of man pages that you can look at to find further information on the directives used in this file. On the far left, we have our devices, listed either by UUID number or by the device item as listed in the /dev directory. The bottom four items are temporary file systems that the system creates at boot time. When the system is shut down, these bottom devices no longer exist. The next column is the directory that the file system will be mounted to. The next column is the file system type. Then we have the mount options. The next field is for the file system dump command, and the final field is for the file system check command to determine the order in which a file system gets checked when the system boots. Let's add a new entry for our new disk. First, we enter in our device. Next, We enter in our mount point. Next, we specify our file system. We will just use the default mount options. Finally, we will allow the dump command to work with the file system, and we will allow the file system checker utility to check this system should it need to. Now we save the file and we reboot the system. Our system has come back up, so we run the mount command to verify that our new file system is there. And we check our files.